See, it's still wonky. It's still wonky. It's so wonky. Hi, welcome. My name's Kathy. And today I'm not going to be doing any plant stuff. I am actually going to be doing a painting. So I'm going to take you through concept to completion. This one's a little weird. So in a previous video, which you probably didn't see, so in a previous video, I was talking about how, as an artsy type, everyone loves to. God, I'm having troubles. So in a previous video, I was talking about how, as an artsy type, everyone loves to come to me with all their interesting concepts and designs and get me to do it for free. And this is another case of that. But this one I'm super stoked about. It's for my nephew. So how do you say no? You can't say no, obviously. I'm not an idiot. I need to stop playing with these scissors. I'm not an idiot. So obviously I said yes. This is going to be a little Christmas/birthday present. His birthday's on the 23rd of December. So he's one of those kids that gets shafted every year. And he is adorable. So my parents live up north where it's rocky and beautiful and that sort of thing. And we very often go to hikes to the shoreline. It's gorgeous. It's a very big tourist destination. So he and his siblings, my other niece and nephew, were visiting my parents, the grandparents, and he found a rock that he really liked and he carried it 5 kilometers home. He is, I think, 7, turning 8. This is the rock that he carried home, 5 kilometers. And he wants me to paint a scene on it. How do I say no to that? I don't say no to that. So, this rock is no joke. So on one side, his vision is insanely specific. On one side, he wants a beautiful daylight rocky coastline, and the rocks spell out his name. And then on the other side, which is, doesn't matter which side is which, he wants the exact same painting, but nighttime. And then he's going to flip it around every day, depending on if it's day or night, apparently. We'll see if this actually happens. So that he has a day scene and a night scene with his name integrated into rocks on a coastline. Of course I'm going to do it. Is it? Yeah. Okay, sure. This is getting really heavy. I don't know how he did this for 5 kilometers. I'm impressed. And this is a child after my own heart. All right, welcome to Cat Factotum, where I do all the things. Okay, so I'm just going to get right into it. So here I was just popping it into Photoshop. That's the first thing I did, just to get myself an idea of what I wanted to do. So I found some pictures that I had taken. These were all just on my phone, nothing special pictures. And this first one, the daylight one, is from that area. So I wanted to get, the rocks, everything. And I guess I decided that water's too high, so I moved it down because with Photoshop, anything is possible. And I'm loving life, okay? So now I'm just starting to trace out the letters. So I just cut them out of the rock basically and copied them over just so I get a nice shape for my letters. And of course I'm not going to add the graffiti in there. Why are people like this, honestly? What is people's problem? I don't understand. Don't put graffiti. I love graffiti. Don't get me wrong. Put it on buildings all you want. Don't care. But putting it on rocks in nature, to me, is not cool. Just the most uncool thing you can do. Nature doesn't need you dirtying it up. It's already gorgeous, okay? Don't mess with it. Right? Right. So, I decided against that G. I think I was worried that the G didn't look enough like a G. It would be too much like a C, but I think it's okay. And in the painting itself, it turned out all right. I made sure it's G-like, not C-like. And there's my little D in there. And when this is just a rough Photoshop, right? I'm not worried about anything too perfect. Of course, you're not going to get the shadow or anything on the water. It's pretty basic. I'm not worried too much about any little details. I'm keeping it pretty simple. So when I switched to the night sky photo is just, I took that in Toronto on the lakeshore. So it's not even the same place. I just like the colors and I liked the nice sunset. So that's why I chose it. So you'll see soon. Well, now I'm just cutting it out. I want it to be the same shape, of course. So I'm trying to line up my horizon. I cut it out. Boom. Beautiful. Obviously, it's not the same rocky shoreline, but that's okay. And then I just copied those letters over. Easy peasy. Made them darker, put them in place, and that's it. All right, now, as you can see, I'm starting the painting process. So the first thing I did kind of just a really basic drawing, just with pencil. You can't really see it, but it's just sort of a guide because I'm trying to leave the rock as actual rock. You'll see what I mean later, maybe. It's a little confusing, but I'm trying to just leave it as bare rock where it's saying his name and at the edge there. As you can see on my computer, I'm watching Seinfeld, but I also have pulled up that little picture that I photoshopped so that I'm ready to go. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Paint, paint, paint. Love and life. I'm sorry it's not the best lighting. It's a little shiny, especially when the paint's wet. So it's kind of hard to see what I'm up to. But you get the general idea. I'm just playing around, having a good time. Just a little overview of what I've got going on that first side so far. So as you can see, I've left the rock, as I had planned, and and I'm gone. I painted that in, and now it's the nighttime. As you can see, I drew on the letters, but then I ended up just painting over them because it was just a waste of time for me to try and go in between the letters again, because this is just going to be black. I'm not making it into it's going to be a silhouette, so there's no need for me to worry about rock in there because it's just gonna be black. Does that make sense? Yeah, sure. So here's just me muddling along, playing with my colors until I'm happy, basically. Of course, the picture doesn't really match my little photoshopped deal, but I knew it wasn't going to. I'm just going for colors. I wanted to have those colors of the sunset and the dark sky and that sort of thing. Okay. And at this point, I'm just adding a little bit of highlight, low light, dimension to the rocks, just so that they're not so flat and boring looking. And I think I kind of got the look that I was going for. The rocks usually have those horizontal lines. And now I'm putting some lovely trees, Bob Ross style, on top. Really simple. I wasn't worried about making this, too perfect, too beautiful, well, no, I want it to be beautiful, but I mean, I wasn't worried about making it super realistic. It's just a cute little thing for my nephew, and hopefully he enjoys it. I'm also going to be covering up what I'm watching on YouTube because I watch some terrible stuff. I mean, not terrible, not disgusting or something, just embarrassing, I guess, more than anything. All right, I hope you have a lovely rest of your day, morning, night, whatever, wherever. Bye.